Hello, everybody. My name is Todd, as some of you know, and as most of you know, you are joining me here on the Cincilingua membership program. Cincilingua is a language institute located in Cincinnati, Ohio, and Cincinnati, Ohio is located in the Midwestern region of the United States of America. And it's great to have you with me here today. And in this lesson video, we are going to continue our series in business vocabulary. We're going to concentrate in this lesson video on the area of banking vocabulary. And, okay, so we're going to move on here, and you can see our topic for today, banking. This is part 2. Our first word is down payment. Down payment, and technically I should say this is a phrase, because a phrase actually consists of more than one word. So this is a phrase. It's down payment is used as a noun. It is a noun. And it refers to the initial partial payment on a larger payment that is going to be made over a period of time. So, for example, you may make a down payment on a house. Okay, so let's look at our first example here to illustrate this. Example sentence number 1. We advise that your down payment on a house be 20% of the total cost in order to get a better interest rate. We advise that your down payment on a house be 20% of the total cost in order to get a better interest rate. Okay, so you make a partial payment on that house. And if that partial payment amounts to 20% of the total payment or more, well, you'll get a better interest rate on your future payments. Okay. Example 2. The couple saved $40,000 to pay as a down payment on a home. The company saved $40,000 to pay as a down payment on a home. So the couple saved their money, and they saved $40,000, and they put that $40,000 as a down payment on that home, and they will, of course, pay more than that $40,000, but that was a partial initial payment on that home. Okay, we got that. And next word we're going to look at here is mortgage. Mortgage. And when you pronounce this word, you swallow the T. You really don't pronounce the T. So, for example, you don't say mortgage. No, you swallow that T. Mortgage. Mortgage. Like that. This word can be used as a noun. It can also be used as a verb. And when it is used as a noun, it refers to the amount due, usually on a property of some kind, on a house or some other building of some kind, usually on a house. Okay. And when it's a verb, it's this act of you borrow money from a bank, and you use your house as collateral. So in other words, if you can't pay on that mortgage loan, your house could be confiscated by the bank. That's the idea. Okay, so that's the verbal use of this word. Example 1. It reads like this. The family had to mortgage their home to pay for the medical bills from the hospital. The family had to mortgage their home to pay for the medical bills from the hospital. There we see the word being used as a verb. Okay. They had to mortgage their home. And of course, that's a very, that's a difficult situation when that happens. So, okay. Example number 2. We have this sentence. It says, I should have found a good deal on a mortgage when the interest rates were lower. I should have found a good deal on a mortgage when the interest rates were lower. There, the word is being used as a noun. Okay. It's referring to that amount due on the property. Moving on, we have this adjective restricted, and just as a parenthesis, restricted here is what we call a past participle, and past participles are a form of a verb, but they are often used as adjectives in English. So this is an example of that. Okay, and restricted means limited. Limited. The related noun form is restriction, and the synonym here would be limitation. Okay, but we have the adjective form, restricted, and our first example sentence reads like this. The restricted coverage by the FDIC is for accounts in the amount of $250,000 or less. The restricted coverage by the FDIC is for accounts in the amount of $250,000 or less. So the idea here is that the FDIC does not cover or does not insure accounts that exceed $250,000. Okay, they only cover or they only insure accounts with the amount of less than $2,000 or $250,000. So that coverage is restricted. It is limited. Okay, next example. He has a restricted account because he has a negative balance. He has a restricted account because he has a negative balance. As soon as the account was in good standing, they lifted the restriction. Okay, so restricted account. It's a limited account because that balance is negative. There's no money, and not only is there no money, there's a negative balance. There's a negative amount in that account. So, yeah, restricted. And then later we see the noun form here. As soon as the account was in good standing, they lifted the restriction, the limitation. Okay. Signature. Signature is a noun. The related verb is to sign. To sign. So just a note, signature, we pronounce that G in there, signature. In the related verb, sign, that G is silent. Okay, so you sign your signature. Okay, so but as a noun here, we see that the meaning or the definition here, it refers to a person's name when he or she writes it. A person's name when he or she writes it. We usually write our signature or sign our name in what we call cursive writing. Cursive writing. Okay. Our first example sentence, the bank keeps your signature on file for identification purposes. The bank keeps your signature on file for identification purposes. Okay. So your signature is unique. Okay. And then example 2, please put your signature at the bottom of the form. Please put your signature at the bottom of the form. All right. Moving on, we have what we call a phrasal verb. A phrasal verb is a verb with at least one preposition that follows the verb. And phrasal verbs are a kind of what we call idiom. Now, we will have more information, videos, and other material related to phrasal verbs on other things, but that's just a very brief note. But we have here to take out, and it means to remove or to withdraw, First example, they took out some of the walls in the bank to give it a more open concept. They removed some of the walls in the bank to give it a more open concept, a more open appearance. Okay, they removed those walls. They took them away. Example 2, they always take out money from their account before they go on vacation. They always take out money from their account before they go on vacation. They withdraw that money. They take it out. And just as a parenthesis, the opposite of withdraw money is to deposit money. Withdraw money, take it out. Deposit money, you put it in. Okay. So again, just a parenthesis there as we move on to our next word, transaction. Transaction is a noun. It's a noun, and it refers to a business deal, Example sentence 1 reads, you will see a record of all your banking transactions on your monthly statement. You will see a record of all your banking transactions on your monthly statement. So your transactions are everything that you do. Or so sometimes you receive money, for example, from your place of employment, or you may receive money from some other source of income. Other occasions, you're going to spend money. You're going to spend money, or you're going to send it to another person for expenses. So all of these are your transactions. Okay. Example 2. The fraudulent transaction was caught by the bank before they notified me. The fraudulent transaction was caught by the bank before they notified me. So this false transaction was caught by the bank. The bank said, no, that's not right. They called me, and of course, I was very thankful for that. Fraudulent, for them catching that fraudulent transaction. Okay, so we have already looked at 6 vocabulary words, focusing in the banking sector here. First word we looked at, or first phrase, as I noted, is a phrase. It's a noun, and it refers to the initial payment on a large or larger purchase. For example, a house. You put down a down payment, or you make a down payment of maybe $30,000 or $40,000. That's your initial payment. Of course, you will be making other payments after that. Okay. And then we have this word mortgage. Remember, don't pronounce that T in there. Swallow that T. Mortgage. This word can be used as a noun. It can also be used as a verb. When it's a noun, it refers to the amount due on a property. The amount due on a property. That's the amount that you owe on a property. Okay. Now, the word can also be used as a verb. And when it's used as a verb, it means to borrow money using your house as collateral. Okay. to borrow money using your house as collateral, mortgage. Restricted, we said, is an adjective. It's specifically, it's a past participle being used as an adjective. And it means limited, limited. The related noun is restriction, means limitation. Okay, so if you have, if anything is restricted, it means it is limited or confined. Okay. Then we talked about the noun signature. Signature, remember that G is pronounced in this word, but in the related verb sign, you don't, oh, I got mail. Okay. But in that related verb sign, we don't want to pronounce the G. But signature is what we have here. Noun, it refers to a person's name when he or she writes it. A person's name when he or she writes it. You put your signature on a check. You put your signature on formal documents, etc. To take out means to remove or to withdraw. You take out money, for example. You withdraw money from your savings account, from your checking account, or okay. That is to take out, phrasal verb. And finally, we had this noun transaction. A transaction refers to some kind of a business deal. In your bank statement that you receive every month, you see the transactions, you see the occasions where you spend money, you see the occasions where you receive money, and all of these are transactions. Okay, so we're going to wrap this one up. We're going to wrap up this lesson video here. But before we do so, I'm going to wish you a wonderful remainder of your day. And of course, I thank you for joining me here. I thank you for your attention. Thank you for your attendance. And thank you for choosing Cincilingua. Thank you for choosing the Cincilingua membership program to help you acquire or reach your goals. And of course, I encourage you to use this vocabulary in your everyday conversations and to review it and practice it. So on that, I'm going to sign off here. I'll look forward to seeing you next time. And y'all have a great day. Thank you again.